The idea of building a state of Jewish farmers on Arab land in the Middle East is a stupid idea to begin with. I've always thought so. My mother wanted to go and be a Zionist immigrant at one point. I tried to talk her out of it. It's been a thing in my family. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a messianic idea. I think it's a superstitious idea. And I think
so the idea of Israel's right to exist is
now that it's there,
has no play with you.
Many states are founded on injustices or foolishness and bad ideas.
And boundaries are drawn by all kinds of political.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that anyone can just come and evict or destroy them. And I'm not saying that, but I think I'd have to say, so as not to seem shady, I've always thought it's a silly, messianic, superstitious nationalist idea, and it's a waste of Judaism. It's a silly, messianic, superstitious nationalist idea, and it's a waste of Judaism. And it guaranteed a quarrel with the Arabs because it meant we're going to take away from you what's most precious, your land.
To support their colonial project at any cost. And for me, I think this is the most important revelation here, at any cost. At one time, I thought that if they realized that the cost of supporting Israel is more than the loss of supporting Israel, something will change in the mindset. But apparently, no. Apparently, they are willing to pay the cost, and it's really costing to protect their colonial project. And the cost is not just in lives. It is really tragic that the cost is really high in lives, but apparently some lives are less worthy, and we know that, and we talked about it a lot. But the cost is also the arms of oppression and is extending into Europe. It's extending into those Western countries. It is not just the oppression, it's the willing of twisting every law, every rule to support Israel. It's the unleashing of the racism and anti-immigrant, anti-Palestinian, anti-Arab, anti-African discourse. It's the willing to crush your freedom of speech in order to protect Israel. It's the will to give up all the values people have been lecturing to the world. It is also the will to expose completely and remove the facade of values and human rights and democracy and freedom of speech. Those regimes are willing to remove this facade and be exposed in full daylight in order to protect a colonial project that is called Israel. People here need to understand that there is a price of supporting genocide, of supporting aggression, of continuous supporting. And it's not going to stop in Palestine or the Middle East or in Africa. And we're talking here about just few countries versus the rest of the world.